What's going on, guys? Tristan24 here and welcome back to another video. In today's video, of course, this is the start of a new career mode with Bournemouth. So, at the start, of course, you get to design your manager. Let me just run you through what I've gone with. So, I've gone with a little bit of a beards there. Not much though. Let's show you what hair choice I've gone with. We haven't gone with accessorised, we've gone with short hair, and this one seems to suit us. The hair colour is like brown but faded blonde. Outfits then, I chose to be like a bit smart, you know. Black shirt, black jacket outer, no club badge on it. I decided to do that, but let me just show you something. Look at these. The new in trend things. No, I'm joking. And then for Bournemouth, of course, which is the team we're going with, I did a red tie, and most importantly, red socks. Yes, that's right. So, let's just proceed. Bournemouth, 34, just under 34.5 million to spend. Board expectations, domestic low, continental very low, brand exposure low, financial low, youth development low, play at the Vitality, the club is worth 342 million. So Bournemouth we are. I'm just going to move it down to professional. I don't want to be in the relegation scrap. All this is okay. Let's advance. I'll see you after this bit's loaded. So it has finally loaded. We're going to advance the invites, and where should we go? Germany, Portugal, or the Netherlands? Germany has the most money for it, but I'm actually going to go Portugal. Toronto in there, Hoffenheim, Marseille, some good teams. So we'll go to Portugal for the pre-season tournament. I don't want to change the team too much with signings, but there will be signings made. Let's go to the office then. So that's just telling us about our group. Important transfer information yet. GTN Scout, we know about that. And introduce himself. Let's have a look then at our aims this season. So, the overview. We need to get to the Emirates FA Cup 16 round stage. Finish mid-table, of course, we're currently top because the season hasn't started. And then the final one, grow one youth academy player by at least 5 overall points as soon as they have grown, play them in 5 matches, either as part of the starting lineup or coming off the bench. Can do them. Youth development, yep, that's basically the same. Sell out at least 85% attendance, which is going to be hard because of all this coronavirus stuff and no fans, but anyway, that's a joke. Continental successes, no objectives for that. Premier League finish mid-table, yep. And financial, within 2 seasons, increase the club worth of your club by 25%. They're all doable. Very, very good. So the first thing we're going to do at the start is hire a scout. We want quality players to come in here at Bournemouth. That's where we're going with Henry Bailey. And let's send him to Portugal or Italy. Portugal for 6 months, looking for someone who's technically gifted. Off he goes. And now let's have a look at the team. I'm looking to play a 4-4-1-1. Where is it? 4-4-1-1. attack formation. We would like that. I want Kane to play in that role behind, as they do, of course, in real life. Fraser on the left, Wilson on the right, with Brooks able to come off the bench. Some games I will probably put Lerma out of the team for Brooks to come in, but not today. Smith at right back. I'm actually going to put Stacey there. Cook in the middle. I might put Mep in there, but for the moment we'll keep. Actually, no, I just chuck Mep in. Ake, Rico. We've got Daniels as cover on that left, but I'll leave Rico in there at the moment. Ramsdale in goal. Boric on the bench. So we got Solanke, Gosling, Cook, Stanislas. Who else have we got? Jordan Brooks. Brooks has to go on the bench for me. Gonna be a crucial off the bench player. Just swap Gosling out because he's a bit older. We want to have some youth in this team. So we'll put Jordan Ibe on the bench as well. That looks good. We forgot about Sermon, but he is 32 of course, so unlikely to have him. I'm not going to put Boric on the bench because goalkeepers rarely get injured on this game. We've got 3 wingers, but of course Wilson on the pitch who can actually go into the midfield and defensive cover. So what will we need? I would like a new centre back, a new right back possibly, definitely a new midfielder, maybe a starter or someone who can come off the bench, and a spare striker. Maybe for Wilson because he is 27, but so is King, never mind. But yeah, the squad is looking pretty strong at the start. That's good. Let's go and make a second team. Team sheets. And let's call it number 2. I'm going to put some players on here to play in the pre-season tournament. I'm not too fussed about it. Solanke will start in this formation with, let's try and put a midfielder in there. You can play in Cam. Taylor can. We'll leave King there for now. On the right we'll have to put Jordan Ibe. On the left will be Groveld. Sorry, I can't pronounce his name. Right back will be Smith with Cook and Francis in the middle. Boric and Ingol. Left back Daniels. Billing and Lerma to take out, so Cook and Sermon will go in there. And we may as well just put Gosling in here as well. So it is a completely rotated squad, but I will be training up these youngsters as well. So let's just skip a few days while I put some players on the on the short list. Okay, so we've got some people in the short list, but let's have a look at the squad. We got some players out on loan, Jermaine Defoe being one of them, and I would like to recall him in January, as he is retiring at the end of the season, just to have a little go of him on FIFA. Wilson will be our main striker, as Solanke as well. In real life, of course, I put the squads as put to initial, but of course Sam Sturridge hasn't been loaned out to Swansea like he was in real life, but put him on the loan list for now. Sadie, I think that's how you say it. We're going to put him on the loan list as well. We got Josh King, of course, great player. Harry Wilson on loan. David Brooks on loan as well. Jordan Ide, I'm just going to put him on the transfer list. We could make a couple of million from him. Billing, he can stay. Sherman, I think it's time for him to go. Put him on the transfer list. Same with Dan Gosling. But if these players don't sell, of course we'll keep them. Lewis Cook is good backup. Kyle Taylor, I'm going to put him on the bench, loan list. Same with Gavin. This left winger, Groveld, I'm going to put him on the transfer list. I don't think we're going to use him. Stanislas, transfer list. Although I would like to keep him, but only if a decent offer comes in, we'll sell him. Fraser, he can stay. He's a really good player, of course. Lerma, of course, he's good. Harriata is out on loan, of course. Smith, I'd like to keep him just as a backup. Stacey can stay. Francis, well, he's 34. Don't think we'll get much from him, so he can just stay. We'll loan this guy out, as well as Jordan, as well as Simpson. Steve Cook can stay. Ake can stay. Mepham can stay. Kelly, he'll stay. Daniels, he can stay as well. Brad Smith is on loan at Cardiff. Rico, I can't see me using him. We'll put him on the transfer list as well, but only we'll sell him if only a good offer comes in. Borch, he's 39. Wow, can't see us using him, but we'll keep him. Begovic, of course, is on loan at AC Milan. If we need him, we'll recall him, but Ramsdale is the final person and looks to be stable number 1. So that is a team, and let me show you some players I have put on the shortlist. Oxlade-Chamberlain, maybe for January, or maybe it's a loan. Jules Ayew, of course, be a decent sign-in. Curtis Jones, maybe on a loan move. Kurt Zouma and Tomori, now I'm not going to sign both, of course. There'll be one or the other. I'm leaning more towards Zouma, and of course it will only be on a loan deal as well. Tomori is younger though, but yeah, it's going to be a tough one who we bring in. However, let's simulate our first game with the second team. Let's simulate the first game, which is against Bologna. If we make the final or semi-final, of course, then we will then play it, of course. But Steve Cook, the captain, has come to us and said, "Greeting, boss. On behalf of the whole team, I'd like to give you a warm welcome at Bournemouth." I'm going to reply saying, "Excited about the future here." Jack Simpson, a low move is just what I need. Just exploring, just going to put just exploring for everyone. And Servon, I'm surprised but a bit glad you've taken steps without having to ask me. Can't guarantee your playtime, that's why. So, the first game in the pre-season tournament. Let's simulate and see what the score is. 4-1, yeah, it's okay. It's alright. Who scored for them? No one I'm really familiar with. Let's move on. There is some players I would like to sign on loan. I think we'll get maybe, I don't know really. We'll have to wait till that actually happens. Right back though, who could we bring in? Do we actually need anyone? I don't think we do. Right. So, if any offers come in, I'll let you know. And if I realise we need to sign anyone, I'll also let you know. But until then, I'll just see you when I start recording again, I guess. So we have received 2 offers, transfer offers of course. Jordan Ibe is one of them, and we said we may be selling him. Let's just go into negotiations with them. You never know, we could be getting a couple of million from him. I'm just gonna set it up 4.5, see how much we can get out of them. Likely to say no, but it's worth a try. 4. Oh, they might actually go for it, you know. 3.4. No, I mean 4.4. Sorry. But Jordan Ibe, done deal. And for Ryan Fraser, Arsenal have come in from. I'm gonna at least want 30 million, if they're at least 30 million from. He is just so quick. 30 million, please. Arteta. Would it still be Arteta in this game? Yeah, would be. Of course they walk out because they're not gonna pay 30 million because he's just too good, isn't he? Hoffenheim next, and we're actually going to simulate it with the first team. If we don't win this game, I'll play Torino with probably the second team. Just get a bit of gameplay, and of course we'll finish with the first game of the season. We lose 2-1, but that's okay. I don't think we're going to make it through. No, we won't. I still play the game against Torino though for you guys. And I'll show you the match highlights. In the office then, interest shown in Zuma, Leicester City, 22 million, we need to act fast if we want to secure anything. Carl Taylor, yep, I'm happy to loan him out. And Dan Gosling, 2 offers for him. I might actually accept that, you know. Reject that one, but accept that for 5 million. Whether it goes ahead is another question, but it looks like it will. So, second team then for this game. Against Torino, they've actually topped our group, but we're going to try and stop them from doing that. Hopefully, we get a result. Tomori, all the reports come back, and transfer offer for Sermon now. 3.5. Yeah, okay. Well, we could do a 3.5 more for a player that in a couple of weeks will be worth not even half of that, I assume, as this is FIFA. So, first game against Torino that we are actually playing. I'll show you the highlights after. Well then, the first game I play was actually a really good one. First half, nothing at all. As you can tell by the highlights, there was nothing to do. But on the 60th minute, I brought on a lot of players. I switched everyone off the bench for everyone that was on the pitch. Of course, I started with the second team, and this is how it kicked off. Our first goal for Bournemouth. Callum Wilson, what a penalty. 71 minutes in, and Solanke found the net. What a finish that was. 78 minutes gone, and wow, how on earth did he squeeze it in from there? I'll give you one more look. Look at this. On the volley. Beats the keeper at the near post, hits the post at the back and then into the side netting. What a goal. And then on the 90th minute, to wrap it all up, Solanke again with a tap, and it just shows that Solanke and Wilson are able to score. But of course, I'm not counting any of them as our first goals in the Bournemouth career mode. I'm going to count it as soon as the Premier League starts. Also, when I was playing the game, I had feelings of who to sign, but then I thought, why don't I just leave it up to you guys? So in the comments, this is your chance to say really who you want me to bring in at Bournemouth. This is the side. Wilson, King, Fraser Billing, Lerma, Wilson, Stacey Mepham, Ake, Rico and Ramsdale. If you want someone in with a budget of 32 million, well, just round it off to about 30. I'm looking to buy about 4 players, so we got just in between 5 and 10 million per player, but I could take like 3. Maybe just let me know in the comments who you want me to sign. Well, then, we are actually top of the table. No surprise there, but anyway, I'm going to skip a few days till we get to the Sheffield United game. Let you know what happens along the way, of course. Travers, a loan deal, we're going to accept that for 1 season. If we need anyone, we can just recall them. It's not too much in FIFA, is it? Taylor is loaned out, Gosling sold, and a transfer offer from Man United for Rico. Of course, he would want to go because it's to a bigger club. But of course, by the end of the season, we will make Bournemouth the biggest club in England. If they give us 12.5 million, well, 10 million plus like 5% release clause, the selling clause, I mean. Right, let's just offer 12.5. If they give us that, they can have him. No, okay, chill. Okay, so that he's not going at the moment to Man United. Keep skipping a few days. Stanislas. No, I'm not signing for that. I'm not even gonna negotiate for that. I won't let him go for that amount. Mepham, of course, the Welsh international, as well as Wilson. Keep skipping days. Come on. Ibis sold. Travers is loaned out. Another transfer for Rico from Real Betis. Just gonna delegate this one. Start the offer at 12.5 like we did at Man United. I need to round this down. Right, it's there. Apply. Don't tell a player less than 11. There we go. There's the instructions. I was sold a bit more money into the club. Sherman and Stanislas for Brighton. I don't think Bournemouth fans would want me to send to Brighton. Stanislas, however, no. 5.5, no. Anyone offers 6 million, you can have him. Until that offer comes in, he's Bournemouth's fair. Cuck, 8.5. Delegate. They give us 14. And don't send for less than 12. Good bit of business going on with the assistant manager here. Got a few trips to make, but until then, we are looking very good. Right, I'll inform you in the next clip whether any more offers are coming, but until then, off to get ready for the game of the Vitality against Sheffield United. And some big news, 11.4 has been accepted by Real Betis, and I am going to accept it as well. That's right, the assistant manager worked his way around it and did it well. 3.1 for Sermon. Should I just let him go? Should I? Yeah, he's the best offer we've had. Get him off the wage bill. 3 million more in the bank to spend on improve the squad. Stannis, that's 5.4. No, I said 6 million. Come on, we need to get to the first game. And we have training now. Quick. So I think in this point of the video, I should just ask you all very nicely, please smash that like button if you are enjoying. Subscribe if you are new. Helping the channel out would mean a lot. Negotiation for Steve Cook has broken down. That's alright, we'll keep him then. If you don't want him, we will keep him. Rico sold. I think Sermon was sold as well. Come on, keep going, keep going. Alright, it does stop here. Cook has another offer. I'm just going to reject it. They're not going to pay that, are they? Let's be realistic. Training injury, unfortunate. Billing for 9 days, that's okay. I'll go to that after. Rico and Sermon are sold. Anyone good in here? Anyone good for Bournemouth? Calling for any good players to play for Bournemouth. Yeah, he is decent. The way I tell guys, look at their potential, click on them, and if their value's high, get them in. That is the best way of doing it in my opinion. Then you know their value's already high, and if they fail, you can sell them on. Training done, and it's getting closer and closer to the first day. For Jason Lerma, no, he's staying. He's going to be a rock for us this season. In the midfield. On the 10th of August, Tristan 24's first game against Sheffield, but first we have to attend a press conference. Hello,
Okay,
everybody.
welcome everyone. We'll be starting to take questions now.
Alright. How does the preseason impact the squad ahead of the first competitive match? I have faith in my team. Can the team avoid finishing in a loose position? The squad is capable. Will you buy some new players until the end of the transfer window? We need more strength. That is true. We do, and that is why I'm leaving it up to you to comment who you want us to sign, and we'll try our best to make it happen. I'm in pretty good form lately. I'm feeling good, so I hope you're not going to bench me for the game against Sheffield United. I'll consider it, Brooks. I'll consider it. I'll bring you on. Don't you worry about that. Right, so Sheffield United, let me show you the match highlights. There you go. Enjoy. A very good game of football and a tough one on the opening day. 19 minutes in and we were forcing saves already. Wilson was through, but easy for Dean Henderson. 28 minutes in and it was Sheffield United to do the same to Ramsdale. Great save though. 35 minutes in and they nearly scored this time with Lys Mousset. But I say nearly. Nearly hit it over the stadium. But in 42 minutes it was Ollie McBurney to take the lead. They just opened us up in the middle, and fairly so. 66 minutes gone then and we bounced back. Joshua King. Quite lucky to be honest, but a few tweaks in the team and it worked. Lys Mousset nearly took all 3 points for Sheffield United in the dying embers of the game. Another poor shot though. And that was the game. I don't know if we can show you the team I actually went with. Right, so before the subs was actually, of course, a 4-2-3-1. The only change I actually made was Lloyd Kelly at left back. And believe it or not, he played actually really well. So, well done to him. And Sheffield United had McBurney, Sharp, Lundstrom in there. a lot of good players. But of course they did substitute on Musset and Fleck. So in the end, a fair result, I'd say. Let's go to the post-match interview. I'd say it was a fair result, to be honest. We won 2-0, and I could have put Daniels at left back, but chose to just go with the youngster to draw enough result to please you. It's not the end of the world. We'd give no chance of Smith. This should motivate him. I have them to expect to get a draw. I expect a draw at least.
That'll be all, thank you.
Well, the first game done as Bournemouth manager, of course King getting the first goal in the league, which is always good. And I know before I was saying I didn't know who to sign, but guess what? We have found more than a couple of players. 52 million, of course, to spend, and look at the list. Also Chamberlain, Ayew, Jones. Zuma's actually moved to Leicester. So Tamori, Wilshere, Gibbs, Vieira, Iheanacho, Saliba, Godfrey, Selina, Decore, Chilwell, Joe Hart, Loftus-Cheek, Marriott, Neves, Lanzini, Payet, Rice, Sessegnon, Jesus, Saka, and Nelson. And finally, Raul Jimenez. Now let me just explain. You're probably confused with a lot of them. Well, Nelson, Saka, Sessegnon, possibly Payet, as well as, let me have a look, Tamori, Jones, and also Chamberlain, I'm looking to get on loan. As for Ayew, Wilshere, Gibbs, Piera, Iheanacho, Saliba, Godfrey, Selina, Decore, Chilwell, Hart, Loftus-Cheek maybe. I don't know if I said him for the other list, but anyway, Neves, Lanzini, Rice, Jesus, and Jimenez. I'm looking to actually buy them. So with the ones I'm looking to loan in, may as well start the process. So all the ones I wanted to loan in, I'm just going to go in for a season. And after I've done all of them, I'll let you know how it's gone.